Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Kyle Briggs and I am a part of this leadership class. For the past few weeks, I participated in the Community Pillars program, of which I had a partner and was responsible for 11 children. These experiences, along with the class lectures that we had, led me to learn a couple of things. The first of which was, character is everything. The kids, more so than the adults, will indicate the level of respect that they have for you by their actions and even sometimes directly in their words. The second thing I learned is that preparation is very important. Knowing why you are doing something as a leader will lead you to better preparation and success within that practice. It seemed that many people were underprepared in this program and did not know what to expect when teaching the kids. We were more or less thrown into the fire. While I believe that makes for a fast learning curve resulting from many mistakes, it also made it much harder to gain the respect of the kids when they noticed themselves our mistakes, or any sign of weakness for that matter. The third thing I learned was from learning from my past mistakes. It is also very important that we do this. And although these kids are less likely forgiving when we make these mistakes, it is important in the professional world that we are able to learn from our past mistakes so that we are able to constantly improve. That leads us to finding more success and building our credibility as leaders. The final thing I learned was that triangulated learning made for a faster learning curve. There is only so much that can be taught in a classroom, that is the traditional learning. Service and experiential learning led to a trial by fire result. And the learning curve was great, but the stress was high. Peer learning came from other groups. What worked well, what didn't, and what was helpful for determining useful strategies. I personally found that peer learning was one of the most useful learning strategies, but it also required the most effort to go out of your way to hear what the other people had to offer you. Other things that I learned in the class include content from our readings. These readings include our Leadership on the Line book, more specifically in the section titled, Getting Off the Balcony. This led me to have a better understanding of perspective when in a leadership environment. Some perspectives I was able to gain in this experience were that of the following. First, the kids. They are like sharks and they will attack if they smell any blood. My best advice, it is best not to bleed for them. Next, I learned to understand the perspective of the partner. Also, lessons I learned included to be prepared. You are in this together. You are here to help each other out. Other perspectives I learned were that of the guests. This included high schoolers, professional guests, or even dogs. My advice is to help them through it. Tell them what to expect. Let them know what's going on beforehand. Preparation is key. Remember, this is the first time they are being thrown into the fire. Other things I learned from this class include lessons from our book titled Habitudes. In specific, I learned so much from the habitude titled The Paul Revere Habitude. That habitude mentioned how not all leaders have the authority to lead and the credibility in the eyes of their followers. Anyone can tell a kid what to do, but it is much harder to gain the respect of those kids. I believe that gaining the respect with the kids earlier would have resulted in better cooperation and smoother classes. After having done this whole class, I take with me a strategy that I will use in a leadership environment. This strategy goes in a matter of steps. The first step is to determine the goal, the problem, or the purpose of the situation as a leader. The second step is to gain a new perspective of all of those involved and be empathetic of those followers. And the final step is to take full advantage of the triangulated learning strategies so that you are able to continue your development as a leader. From the course, I found the most useful strategy to be gaining the new perspective of the situations and to become a well-rounded learner. I am so grateful for my experiences in the classroom and in the middle school. From them, I have learned so much about the kind of leader that I am, and have a better understanding of the kind of leader that I want to be. Thank you